This is it.
Make sense, not the ganga.
Hi guys, so today I'm going to get some services done at the hospital. So I'm gonna take you along with me just to see how the public system works. Sometimes they're graded for they're given an F some of the time because of customer service. So I'm gonna take you along with me just to see if that is true, and and then you can be the judge and rate it yourself. Alright, so I'm going to try as best as possible to see how discreet I can be, because you know the hospital, the information that is divulged there are private information and persons don't want people to know. But I'm going to try to see what I can get. Alright, so just stick with me today, and hope we have fun, and hope the vlog will be informative as well. Guys, we reach, and if you ever see the long line, I think it's first I'm seeing so many persons here for that service. So I'm just gonna wait and see, and hopefully I get through. So I am next, just waiting for them to call me.
Make sense, not the ganga.
Eat or drink?
Sorry?
You do eat or drink?
No.
Make sense, not the ganga.
You want peanut drums?
So guys, I got through. This is it. I can say my honest review, customer service was great. The waiting period was a little bit lengthy because I waited for an hour, but then it's done based on how you come or how you give your paper. So I'm heading now to another section, which is the pharmacy, and then this is noted for a long period of time that you have to wait. So I'm gonna see, they have the drop-off service, and so it's like you drop it off and then you come back for it at a specific time that is given. So, or you could wait. I'm not sure which one I'm going to utilize as yet, so let's see if they have medications that I have on the paper. Alright, so for the motivational this week, I just came up on a passage, and it'll be here, either here or there, so you can read as well. And I just want to summarize what I saw and what I got from it.
There were two runners, and we're persons that are familiar with athletes or track and field. You know that Kenyans normally run long distance. So there were two runners. One was Spanish, one was a Kenyan. The Kenyan name was Abel Mutai, and the Spanish runner was Ian Fernandez. So the Kenyan runner, he had been leading the race throughout the entire time. And when he reached a couple distance from the finishing line, he was confused by the signage. So some of the times when possible he got distorted, his vision got distorted, or his brain got distorted based on the length that he was running. Maybe he was tired, exhausted. We don't know. But when he reached a short distance, normally when it's victory, you're gonna say, yeah, you reach. You do a gesture suggesting that you reach. As we know, our Jamaican Olympian star, once Bowles complete the race, he would do the signage, or once Shellyan complete it, that she normally do this to show that she won the race and she's at the finishing line. So in this case, the Kenyan runner, whatever his signage was, whatever he did, it shows that he was saying that he's at the finishing line. So the Spanish runner was coming, and he saw that, hey, this is not the finishing line. The finishing line, you have maybe a say 5 meter remaining or so on. We don't know because it's not stated here. And he came up to him, and he was trying to tell him that run, you're telling him run. But there was a barrier between languages. So the Kenyans, they have two languages. I'm gonna look it up and post it, what they speak. But in this case, he spoke English, and the Spanish definitely speak Spanish. So he was telling him in his Spanish to go, but he could not understand. And the Spanish runner came up to him and pushed him to the finishing line, and it showed that the Kenyan was actually victorious with help from the Spanish. So a journalist had said to him, "Tell me something. Um, why did you, what persisted you to push him? I mean, you have worked how many years, and we can even attest to that. Whether you're going to school, you have studied for years or for months, and you come at the finishing line, you just want to know that, hey, I'm finished, I'm gonna get my papers, my degree, my diploma, my certificate, whatever it is. You're at work as well. You know that you like when a task is completed, because whatever your management give you, you feel so accomplished at the end of it. And even as runners as well, they have studied for years. Some of the time we're in our beds, the time is cold and we're in our bed, they have to be up. The time is hot, they have to be up. Rain is falling, they have to be up. So there's a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice that they have to do. So seeing the Spanish man Fernandez push the Kenyan runner to run up to that he's not at the finishing line. The journalist was intrigued, he was surprised. And when he asked him, he said, the journalist said, what did you do? Why did you do that? Um, Ivan, which is the Spanish, he said, my dream is that someday we can have a kind of community life where we push and help each other to win. So the journalist, he wasn't satisfied. So he asked him again, but why did you let the Kenyan win? He replied, I didn't let him win. He was going to win. The race was his. The journalist insists and asks again. Because to be honest, people, some of the time you do some things, and so for example, you're walking on the road. And let me use this as a perfect example. This week, we're told that the police in Jamaica here had found a house, and upon searching they found over 60 million dollars in US and Canadian as well. And immediately it started ringing alarms to ourselves. What would you do if you were in the position to actually find that amount of money? Would you take any for yourself? Would you return the entire amount? And to be honest, for me personally, immediately when I heard the news, the first thing came to my mind was, hey, I can get that money to finish pay off some loans that I have. I can get it to further my education. There's a myriad of things that came to my mind about doing it. And likewise, based on questions that I asked from persons, everybody have it. But he's just showing that hey, that money is not for you. What that was found. And I think the officers are puzzled as well when they saw it. They were saying, should I take it, should I not? But in go back to this story, he wanted to know, why didn't you just take it when it was there for you? Why you didn't just take it? But the the Spanish runner said this race was not for me. He was going to win. And the journalist was insistent, and he was persistent and asked him, but why could you have, but you see that you could win. You could actually win. You did the line him, the confused, so just use it at your advantage. But he said, but would you have be the Ian said, which is the Spanish person, he said, but what would be the merit of my victory? What would be the honor in that medal? What would my mother think of that? And it is showing that some of the time, as human beings, we're taught principles at home. And that is why some of the times when for me personally, and I see, go out in the street and I see students behaving certain way, and persons would stay aside and say, you can't say no good come from no good home, you can't see that. And some of the time it is entirely not true. Some of the time we're teach proper values at home, but when we go out, we try to fit in the crowd, and we tend to change from the values that we have learned at home. So this gentleman is just showing that if you capitalize on his downfall, how would it benefit me? What would the medal mean for me? I would not feel like I have achieved it, because he was leading the race all along. He was in the number one position, and because of his confusion, I capitalized on it. And what can could I go home and really tell my mother that, hey, all the values that you taught me, I pushed them aside just for a medal? And it's just showing that as humanities, it you're gonna come on situations that it's gonna be tempting. Go back to the money again. It's 60 million. It's very tempting, but I think some of the officers maybe wanted to take something. A lot of us that watch the news feed as well, saying that we'd have done a myriad of things with it. But what value would it bring to our lives? You buy the material things, but then more than likely you would be worrying to see, who did I rob of it? Would my superior find out and I get me terminated? Would I sleep well to see that I have something that doesn't belong to me? There's a lot of things. And this story is just telling us that um instead of going out there and trying to be, oh, I'm going to push down anybody to achieve my goal, and I'm going to do this, we can all work together as one. You understand? We can come together and work as one. And it is also a problem that I see in the Black community, and it has nothing to be racist or anything, but it is true. And I can give you a perfect example. When I was going to college, to complete the program, you had to do a research. So my year group, or my batch, was the first batch that was going to complete the degree in the teaching program. So there was other courses that we were introduced to that did not have any prior exam. So we were basically new to it. We were guinea pigs then. And there was this particular course. It was a research that you could have done all the courses and get an A. If you fail the research, you have to resit it. You have to do it for another year. And the research took a lot of work. You have to get a proper topic. You have to do a lot of researching, getting different journals to back up your arguments. It was just a myriad of work. But there was this particular person in my era, and they had somebody that was assisting them. So when we come to the class and the teacher teaches the course and saying, all right, these are the topics, and she assisted us, or he assisted us to find the topics, to make questionnaires, find out scholarly journals that would be used to support our findings, ensure that no plagiarism was done. Plagiarism is taking somebody's work and presenting it like it's yours. Those would automatically mean an F. So there was this particular young lady, and she had gotten a book, and it wasn't a book to copy to say you're going to take that book and submit, but it gives you each topic. So it guides you how to do the statement of the problem. It guides you how to take down the questionnaires. It guides you how to do the research. It guides you how to do your reference pages. It everything. And she just acted as if she have no knowledge. She has nothing to assist her. And I think it was about what 20 of us in the class. And she had the book and she behaved as if she didn't have it. She come into class and she pretended as if everything that she's seen is the first. And she got that book from somebody at another university who would have gotten it before. And I stumbled on the book one day. Um, among her things, she had sent me among her things, and up till this day, did not say anything to her because I'm just thinking to myself and said, how can you be so dishonest and so unkind? And the person was my best friend at college at the time as well. So it wasn't just for you to come out and blurt it out. But I'm the type of person, once I get information, I'm going to give somebody else. That person is going to give somebody else. Because I remember my principal, Dr. Garth Anderson. And sir, if you're watching this, I'll never forget you. You have given us a lot of motivational quotes, a lot of motivational thoughts in our devotional exercise in the mornings. And I remember when some of the courses, there was a lot of failures coming in. And he said to us, some persons are passing some courses, some persons are failing it. And he said, oh no, look here. It's not one degree I have here. It's not the last ink that is left in the pen. So you guys work together. If you get an information and you see that person is struggling with that particular topic, you can assist them and explaining to them, all right, this is how you do it. You're not going to show them your paper entirely and say copy off the information, but you're going to assist them to ensure that at the end of the day, all of us would come out with a degree, because all of us, we have done the program the same amount of time. We have same amount of courses, and we more than likely have the same goals because all of us wanted to be a teacher in the end. You might have chose a different specialization in terms of you wanted to be a math teacher, an English teacher, whatever it might be. But in the end, at the end of the day, you wanted to have a degree that shows you're qualified. And I remember him saying, it's not one degree here. Why you guys don't work together? I mean, you're in the class and teacher teaches a particular topic and you're not so 100% receive of it, in terms of you might find that topic a little bit difficult. There's somebody else that have it, go into your different dorms or meet, and you guys can reteach each other. You learn from me, I learn from you, because it's not one degree. And it just shows. At that time I started thinking about it and I said, but you know, this young lady didn't learn anything, because imagine, she had the book to help the entire class, and she withheld that information because she wanted it to seem like when the time come for us to do the final research, then she would have been the only person that passed. Thanks be to God, we were assisted, and every the lecture was very good. He assisted us down to the last, and we were all successful. And it just showed that I know that her mother had taught her at home to be honest. I know that her mother taught her to assist persons where she can, but she had differ from that value or that morals, and decided that, hey, it's me alone and me no business with nobody else. So when I read this, it just bring back memories to me. And then the thing came on the TV about the police finding so many cash in the house, and it's just to tell us that um we have to be honest, we have to help each other. Some persons just need a little lift. It could be a little straw, just hold it out and give to the person. And there are so many Bible verse that think that shows about honesty, that God speak about honesty. Proverbs 11 verse 1 says, the Lord detests dishonest scale, but accurate weight find favor in him. And you know that this is, it's a proverb, and it is showing us that the Lord not like when we're dishonest. You know, like when we're dishonest, even if you have to stay longer to achieve something, he doesn't like dishonesty, and he found favor in you when you're honest. And even this gentleman here, you know that once you are a professional athlete, there are a lot of accolades that come. So you get a medal, you get different sponsorships from different organizations, you get monetary contribution as well. There's a myriad of things you can get to just be a winner at a race. But he decided that, hey, he was leading. Abel was leading the race all along, and because of confusion, he thought that he had finished the race. It wouldn't be good of me, it wouldn't be nice of me, it wouldn't be moral of me to come and run behind him and hold up my hand and say, "Yeah, I won the race." When I know, in fact, it's because of confusion. He did not win. So I just want to leave with you guys for this week. Just try and be honest. It takes nothing to be honest, no matter how the word might say. Can't stand it, you will get left. But in all essence, it really takes nothing to be honest. Just be honest and you'll see how God reward you. If you're going down the road and you see somebody, and sometimes you're so discerning in some simple things. We see somebody drop a money out of their pockets or their bag. Call out to them and say, "Hey, miss, sir, this fell out of your bag." It's easy as that. Um, and practice becomes perfect. You understand? And if you are in a home that know that this honesty is the mandate, try and change it. Try to be honest with people, because sometimes it only takes one person to change the world. All right. So I hope you're blessed by this motivation that I've given you this week, and just try to be honest. Once you're honest, the world would definitely be a better place. So I just want to say thank you guys for checking out my channel this week, and thank you all who have subscribed so far. Remember to share my page. Also remember to like and comment as well, and turn on those post notification bell, that you'll be first to be informed when I upload a video as well. All right, do have yourself a blessed rest of the week. Be careful. We see that the numbers in the COVID is going up, so ensure that you wear your mask, ensure you sanitize, ensure you social distance, and just relax, have fun, be grateful for life. All right, bye guys.